In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
When we talk about race in America, it helps to look at it through both history and everyday life. As a Black person, I've noticed how our society is structured in ways that can make experiences different depending on who you are. Understanding these differences isn't about blame, it's about learning, observing, and gaining insight into how communities and systems function.
It was an intentional change to reduce the white population in the United States, and I've kind of never seen anybody more passively accept it. And I wonder, like, are we getting to a point where we can say that and notice it? And why is that good exactly?
Well, for every other, it's funny because certainly for every other race on the planet, if we were to look and see that in their native countries, they are dwindling and disappearing, it would be nothing controversial about saying, well, this is bad. No one would say, well, why is it bad? You know, if
I'm not even saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's so profound and abrupt.
Well, and I will say, I think it's bad.
Yeah.
One way this shows up is through the concept of privilege. For example, many white Americans may go through life without noticing that certain doors are easier to open, certain assumptions are automatically in their favor, or certain opportunities are more accessible. For Black Americans, navigating these same spaces sometimes requires extra awareness, preparation, or effort. This doesn't mean success or achievement isn't possible. It absolutely is, but it does mean that the starting points and obstacles can vary. By understanding these patterns, we gain perspective on the ways society has developed over time and how history continues to influence our daily experiences.
White people. Question. What does it feel like to be white? Especially if you're white in America.
All right, let me get this for you. White America, I got you. I feel like I'm more than able to tell this lady what it's like to be white in America. Put it this way, it's like you being the bigger brother, right, of a younger sibling, and then you get in trouble for everything that the younger sibling does because they blame you because you were born first. Let me break it down to you. You're not able to complain about anything, even though you have the numbers. You're not able to say anything because people will blame you for the past. One thing I do know what it's like to be white in America. And I know you're saying, John, but you're not white. How do you know? It's annoying to be white in America because you're made to feel like you're the cause of everything, even though you've never been there. You weren't born. All you want people to do is stop talking during movies, pull their pants up, raise their kids, stop having abortions, treat their women with respect, and be happy. And stop complaining about shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. But that's not the world we live in.
Education is key here. Learning about these differences allows us to make informed decisions, build stronger communities, and create environments that are fairer and more inclusive. It can also guide conversations in workplaces, schools, and social spaces so that everyone can participate with understanding and respect. Sharing experiences, listening carefully, and reflecting on what we learn can help bridge gaps in knowledge. Even small steps like exploring historical context, examining personal assumptions, or mentoring others can make a meaningful difference over time.
I would say the biggest problem with being white in America today is you don't actually have a stake in the success of American society. If America wins a war, if America becomes more powerful, if America's GDP goes up, what difference does that make to me or to you or to anybody watching this? But I'll say this. You'll see somebody like Hassan Piker when he goes to China and he's saying, oh, isn't it amazing how they have all these sorts of policies? Isn't it amazing that they can do all these things? Well, what would a China-style policy look like in the United States? It'd be an incredibly restrictive immigration policy. You'd have no homeless people on the street. You'd have crime strictly punished. You would have oligarchs essentially being subordinated to the national interest. Would all of these left socialists be in favor of these sorts of policies within the United States of America? Because they actually sound pretty right-wing to me. I mean, I'm not one of these people who says I'm beyond left and right. I don't think anybody says that unless you're actually on the far right. I'm on the right. I've always been on the right. But I think
By approaching these topics with curiosity and openness, we can better understand ourselves and those around us. Education doesn't just illuminate challenges, it opens the door to solutions. And through thoughtful awareness, we can help create a society where opportunities are accessible to everyone and where knowledge brings communities closer together.